SVSU head volleyball coach Will Stanton. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Chris.
Couple matches against GLIAC newcomers Walsh and Malone this past weekend at home. Starting on Friday against Malone. Tough 4-set defeat. Talk about that match.
Well, both teams are relative unknowns. You get to scout them a little on video, but it's not the same as seeing them in person. Both a couple of really hard-working, smaller teams with some past success, so they come in with a lot of confidence. Both matches, really a couple of battles, a couple of really tight games. But Friday night, really struggled to get our offense clicking. I think we passed pretty well. And we just weren't able to stop some of their smaller hitters. They really did a very nice job of running the offense that they wanted to run. Kind of worked us over, and we couldn't quite get our game on Friday night, and so we ended up not winning. But I think it was one of those losses that hopefully we're going to learn from, and rebounded fairly well.
You mentioned rebound fairly well on Saturday, defeating Walsh in 4 sets again. Talk about what the girls did well in that matchup.
Well, I think we just battled. We're still learning how to fight through tough spots. At one game, we're up by a pretty large margin. Should have been able to close it out, and then suddenly our kind of youth, our inexperience, our tentative play showed up again, and we gave them a good run, and it put our back against the wall to end a game that should have been done many points earlier. So things like that, it's showing us that still got a ways to go, still really trying to work on our consistency, on our ability to finish games. But we at least battled. Both nights we did, but Saturday obviously ended up a little bit better since it was a W. We're just learning to close games out, learning to fight and feel when the other team makes their push. How do we respond? We did a little better job with that on Saturday. On Friday, we didn't respond very well when Malone pushed on us. We didn't push back. Or Saturday, we're able to do that. So we're getting a little bit better at our consistency and our ability to withstand some runs from other teams.
This weekend, you're facing a couple, more veteran teams in Hillsdale and Northwood. Northwood, I believe, is still leading the GLIAC. Talk about the challenges that those opponents will, pose for your girls.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how we play both of these teams. There's a little bit of history there from the last couple of years. There's some rivalry between the teams. I think they're both playing very well right now. Northwood is still undefeated in the conference. And they're playing at a pretty high level. They've got some really good strengths, but it'll be interesting to see how we can go in and at least battle with them. The history and the rivalry I think is going to maybe help our practices this week, help us prepare a little bit better. But we just got to get on the floor and play. I think both of these teams coming up are going to play with a lot of confidence. They both really know what they do well, and I think they ride that. And that's always tough to battle, because even if you can force them into some errors, they always know what they can go back to and what they can score points on, and we're going to have to step up and just see what we can do with them. But really, we're going to have to get our confidence up this week to be able to even match what they're going to come into the gym with.
A couple weeks left in the regular season. Talk about where the program's progressed throughout the season to this point.
Well, we set some pretty big goals for such a young team early in the season, and we're starting to kind of realize where we are with those goals, with the things we want to accomplish. Some of them are still possible. So we're trying to keep our sights on the things that we can do well, things that we can accomplish. We're getting better in pieces, getting better in certain areas. Not quite as consistent as we hoped we'd be by this point in the season. So we're just trying to recognize our areas of concern and our areas of growth and try to work on them. I think the girls are still pretty excited about some of the matches coming up, because with the different schedule this year, teams that we normally get to see twice and would have already played by now, we only get to see them once. Northwood being one, Hillsdale one, Ferris and Grand Valley still coming up. We still got a really important trip up to Northern and to Tech, so we got a lot of big things ahead of us still. So it's not that we can't reach some of our goals, we can still reach some of them. So we're staying pretty focused on those, and then we've just got some fun rivalry matches coming up. So I think we're not where we want to be record-wise, but still working to get better and got some exciting matches coming up.
Coach Stanton, thank you for your time and good luck this weekend.
Thanks.